Do we really need $1 million in retirement? Not even close, says economist. All right, so I've already done this video from this article a couple weeks ago, but you guys keep sending it to me, so obviously you're not watching every single second of my YouTube channel, Heritage Wealth Planning. How double dog dare you? So we're going to do it again because I must have got this 3 to 4 times in the last week, even though I just did this video 2 weeks ago. But this is a different article. It's the same concept, but this is just kind of shuffling around in the interwebs, which I figure I share with you again because it's good stuff. This is from USA Today. Do we really need $1 million in retirement? Not even close, one top economist says. Now, this guy, at least this guy who wrote this article from USA Today, has a different take on it, which I want to go into because he does have some other people that you'll be familiar with that he talks about. All right, so we're going right here. We're talking about my man Andrew Biggs. All right, Andrew Biggs had written a column in the Wall Street Journal. You don't need a millionaire to be a millionaire to retire. I've interviewed Andrew 3 times on my YouTube channel. Not once, not twice, but thrice. Big fan. He's the reason I got on Twitter, X as a matter of fact, and I like being on X because it's fun. Now there's a bunch of crazy loons on X, but whatever, man. Just can't let it get under your skin. And you got to make sure after a while just put the phone down because it's this endless. They just want to keep on the platform. That's how they get paid. Show ads, show ads, show ads. Just keep on the platform. So you just got to make sure you just get out of it after a while. But I like it. I like trolling people. It's fun. But anyway, most Americans retire with nowhere near $1 million. The notion that we need that much money to fund a secure retirement rises from opinion polls, personal finance columns, and 2 or 3 rules of thumb that suffuse a financial planning business. Financial advisors tell you need 10 times your annual salary for retirement, enough cash you can live on 4% of the balance for a year. In one widely survey, Americans said they would need $1.46 million to retire comfortably. Biggs disagrees. He proved his point. He looks at the Federal Survey of Household Economics and Decision Making between 2019 and 2022. The survey asked retirement age retirees how well they were managing financially. And a majority, 85%, it's not a majority, it's a vast majority, said they were just fine. They were living comfortably or at least doing okay. Only 15% said they were struggling. And the finding matters because most retirees have less than $1 million in their bank. Right? The typical retiree has between $50,000 and $100,000. It's impossible to find any evidence, says Andrew Biggs, that seniors need even a fraction of the $1.46 million. I completely agree. The average couple who retired in 2022 had nearly $46,000 in annual Social Security benefits. Right? While the sum is hardly extravagant, a typical couple can expect an income more than twice the elderly poverty threshold before they touch a penny of their retirement savings. You hear what he's saying? $46,000 is twice the elderly poverty threshold before you even touch a penny of your retirement accounts. $46,000, that's $4,000 a month just right out the gate. That's the average Social Security benefit for retirees, is what Andrew was saying, for households, a husband and wife. I mean, right here. You don't need to be, let's see. Biggs said no to conservative economists and something of a contrarian. Yep. Earlier, he and a colleague sparked outrage with a paper that argued for eliminating the 401k plan. He did not argue that. He argued that they should not get the tax deductions. All right. So there's a Lily Vasiliff. She's a certified financial planner in Greenwich. She goes, what about rising healthcare costs? What about more older adult children living for free with older parents? What about divorces later in life that half of all assets on the cusp of retirement? Oh, my goodness. I mean, is this what we're doing here? What about you falling out of an airplane? What about, you got just this, huh? What? That's so stupid. What about rising healthcare costs? I hate to say it, but guess what? You have Medicare covering that. Medicare. Crazy. Oh, but what about long-term care? Okay, then let's talk about that. Let's say that explicitly. What about long-term care? Now we go to the source. How many people actually need long-term care, extended living, long-term care for assisted living, skilled care, and all. I've done this 1,000 times. I hate to bore you guys. It's the same story all the time. What about long-term care? Explain that to me. What do you mean long-term care? Tell me what you mean. Is it a short stay of 3 weeks in a facility? I think Medicare covers that. Is it a long stay? Okay, how many people actually have long stays? Not very many. How many people pay out of pocket? Many do. What's the median out-of-pocket expense? Let's go into that. But just what about rising healthcare costs is stupid. Medicare covers. Medicare premiums aren't cheap, I grant you, and they go, in Right Capital, I have Medicare doubling the rate of Social Security, but Social Security has cost of living too. And Social Security starts from a much higher threshold than Medicare anyway in terms of your payments. Medicare B and D costs about $250 a month. Social Security probably paying $2,000 a month. So if Social Security grows by 2.4, Medicare is growing by 5.5, you're still far, far ahead with Social Security than Medicare. And if you're going to get a supplemental policy, add another $150 a month to that. And some Medicare Advantage plans are free. What else did you say? More adult children living for free with older parents. I don't know, what does that do? I mean, adult children living for free with older parents, I'd say that means they can retire because they don't have home expense. I don't, literally, that makes no sense to me. Adult children living for free with older parents. Why? Okay. And then was the other thing she said. What about divorces and later? Yeah, okay. I mean, don't get divorced. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't look at porn. You're good. Perhaps the most provocative claim is only a few retirees face financial challenges, where Alicia Bunnell, in a past collaborator with Biggs, estimated at least 2/5 of retirees are struggling financially. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't get how Alicia Bunnell comes up with that, because what she says is we're going to annuitize all your accounts and to take a freaking reverse mortgage. And then we need, this is our National Retirement Risk Index, and then we need to replace 80% of your pre-retirement income. And it's just not, it's just, like, we get this book right here. If I remember, I'll link to the show notes. The Essential Retirement Guide, it talks about the 80% rule. It's done. It's literally based on nothing. It's based on an old insurance company from Georgia State combined with Aon Insurance that came up with this. And it's completely horse pucky. It's malarkey, as Biden would say, President Biden. She said, where seniors asked how they'd handle a financial emergency, only 58% say could rely on savings. Okay. Well, relying on savings isn't the same as relying on assets. It's just say, do I have enough in savings? That's what it says. I've done videos on that too. I don't have that much in savings right now. So if I need an emergency, I'm relying on my credit card. Oh my goodness. And then I pay it off once my savings got replenished. And not only that, but that's the difference between only 58%. Let's see. Right here, keep going. Let's see, keep going. You don't want to say, I really screwed up. Why then did only 15% of, and here's where Alicia, they're projecting here, and actually it ticks me off. Why then only 15% of seniors in other federal surveys cited by Biggs say they were struggling? And Alicia Bunnell thinks they're afraid to discuss their financial problems in surveys. When people are asked about their well-being, I think there's a certain pride. You don't want to see me saying I really screwed up. You have any evidence of that? And that's speculation. It's projection. We're saying this is what I think, so it must be. Come on. I mean, do we have any evidence? So we surveyed 100 people, 85% they're doing fine. The other 15% said they're not. So the other 15% didn't have pride, but the other 85%, many of them did have too much pride to say they're not doing well. And it's just, don't project that stuff. Stupid. Though Bunnell disagreed with Biggs on the financial well-being of American retirees, she applauds his stance that you don't need $1 million. Yeah, 100%. The million retirement goal is a frustrating quest, she said, because most of us do not retire as millionaires. Yeah. A typical senior, okay, I guess it's getting unresponsive. A typical senior has about $200,000 saved, according to the Survey of Consumer Finances. We talked about that before. But only half of those accounts have retirement accounts at all. All right. He contends that many seniors have, I agree with Alicia Bunnell here, because Biggs and his colleagues disagree. He contends that many seniors have other kinds of savings, not to mention pension plans. Bunnell believes that Biggs is overconfident in the security of Americans. I get that. They're saying, look, if you don't have a retirement account, the likelihood that you have like a brokerage account or something like that is not very high. But still, at the end of the day, they still do the same surveys. Those same people say they're doing fine. And I've already shown you the difference between financial assets and, let's just go again here. We'll show you the survey for consumer finances right here. And we're going to look at, so here is our, let's go to retirement accounts right there. And we're just going to look at retirees right there, 65 and 74, and these are retirement accounts. These are median retirement accounts. You can see this age group is 75 or older. They got 150,000. 65 to 74 has 200,000. Again, the only people we got about half those population do. All right, so half the population does. But now if we look at actually financial accounts, which what Biggs has talked about, we'll see about 100% of the people have financial accounts. And the median financial account for the same age groups is 120 and 50. All right, so for Alicia Bunnell to say these people probably don't have financial accounts because they don't have retirement accounts, it's just not true. 100% of the people have financial accounts. Of that, 50% of that have retirement accounts on top of that. All right, so you got financial accounts and you got retirement accounts. 50% of people don't have retirement accounts, but those 50% of the people who don't have retirement accounts, they also have a financial account too. as we just showed you right there. And the median value of those financial accounts is $50,000 for older people and $120,000 for 65 to 74. That ain't too shabby, man. So Biggs is right in a way, and then again, that doesn't include pensions. In fact, I think there might be one for pensions in here. I thought it was let's see, retirement accounts, maybe not. We got certificates of deposit. I thought we had one for pensions, non-financial assets, stock holdings. Maybe let's just look at CDs though, and you can see the average, the median is about 40,000 for certificates. How many people actually hold certificates? Yeah, not very many. Individual stocks directly held. I doubt money here. Here's what cash value life insurance. Yeah, not well. What does that say? 25. Yeah, about a quarter of the people have cash value life insurance. The median there is not much, 10,000 or so. Pooled investment accounts. I don't think too many people have that though. Yeah, still a decent amount, an eighth. Yeah, so that's interesting. Okay, other management. I thought they had it for non-equity and real estate. Maybe not. I just want to see what unrealized capital gain is. Unrealized capital gain right there, about 150% holding. Pretty well. Wow, look at that, pretty big percent. Now, I don't know if that's not sure. That seems odd. That must be the including IRAs in there too. But be it as it may, I think once again the idea that you need $1 million is complete malarkey. All right, God bless. Happy Father's Day. We'll see you.